Well, it's another early morning start. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day, but there is a little bit of cloud cover, which is a little bit favourable. I'm up so early today because I'm heading 100 miles south down the A1, and that's because I'm heading off to one of the country's most well-known bream fishing venues. Well, that was a much better rundown than what I thought. It's taken just under 2 hours, but it's very quiet here. That's the visitor centre. We're at the main car park here. There are two lakes here. We've got Overton and Gunwade. I'm not quite sure where we're going to be going today, so I'm just waiting for the other two lads to turn up. But there's going to be there's a few spots of rain in the air now. But if you've never been here before, this is where you pay for parking. And you do have to pay for parking here. If you fish matches here, you generally get a discount on the parking anyway if you're fishing one of the matches. So it scans your registration plate on the way in, and when you are ready to leave, this is where you come, put your reg in there, and that's where you pay to leave. There's the visitor centre, and this is the biggest lake here. This is Gunwade. For some reason this is all fenced off. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's to try and stop people going for a swim in the heat wave we've just had. I don't know if it's anything to do with that. Quite a bit of weed down the edges, but there is weed on this venue. You can see it all out there. You can't actually fish these pegs here, but yeah, there's quite a bit of weed out there. I don't know if all that's floating or whether it's just coming up off the bottom, I'm not sure, but looks very settled. The car park's very quiet, doesn't look like anyone else is fishing today. So this is Gunwade, and over the back over there is Overton, and behind those trees is the River Nene, which feeds these two big lakes. So it's a bit overcast, a few spots of rain in the air, but it's the quietest I've seen it. Usually I'm here at weekends, and this visitor centre is very, very busy, but we're here to do a job, and the job is to showcase some new products. This is actually a day ticket water. You can get the day tickets off the website now. I'll put a link below to that website for you, so you can obviously get more information. So it's a lovely place to come and pleasure fish. You will need your wheel kit though, okay? Just about all the pegs here you do need to walk to, so don't forget your barrow, but it is a very, very easy path, as you can see, so it's ideal for four-wheel transporters or anything like that. Just gonna have a wander over to the high bank. I haven't been over here for a long time, just see if there's anybody fishing, but it'll be interesting to see what these pegs are like now. Well, this is what they refer to as the high bank, just so you know where we are. These are probably the closest pegs to that main car park, which is there. So as you can see, it's an easy walk over here, and I'm just going to see what the weed's like down the edges. I haven't been down here for years since I've even fished on this bank. So this is what they refer to as the high bank. Yeah, there's quite a bit of weed down the edge, very, very clear, which is what we're used to. Very clear, isn't it? It looks clear from weed out there. No doubt there will be patches of weed under the water, but let's just have a look at these next couple of pegs. Like I say, it's years since I've been over here. And I think these are quite popular pleasure pegs because they're the nearest to the car park. Yeah, you can see the weed down the edges now. That's what we're going to get. I mean, we've had 3 days of a heat wave basically, and it's not very deep, but obviously you'd be sat there anyway, so that wouldn't interfere with your actual fishing. They are all natural pegs over here as well, so ideally, you know, you'll need your waders and a platform if you're into that. I mean, you don't need that. You could just fish with your boots and your normal seat box legs. Yeah, easily fishable. That's no problem. But yeah, I think these are quite popular pegs here. Looking over there, opposite over there is the very well known fence end. They're the pegs over there that can be really, really hard to beat in matches sometimes. For some reason, quite often, that is where the bream tend to congregate. So any of those pegs over there, if you want to go for a walk, if you don't mind walking around there, they can be very, very consistent pegs if you're heading here to have a day's bream fishing. First new product from Matrix that we're featuring today is the new Matrix weed cutter. Folds away nicely into your old hole. Discreet camo look, and it's environmentally friendly as well, so it's classed as recycling. Doing a great job there, thank you, mate.
Anything for you, Jamie.
Well, we're all settled in at the peg. Got the platform out in the water now. Craig has kindly cleared the swim for us. Got the roost up in. If you're wondering why that roost is so high, it's because it's actually got the leg extensions on it, which you can get for that roost, which is ideal for when you're on a platform, because you're obviously sat higher. And that is it. We've got all the gear there. Mozza's here, Craig's here. We've actually got 3 products to cover today, and yeah, the conditions are ideal at the moment, and hopefully that rain's going to keep off. So the first of the 3 products that we're actually photographing today, one is it's a new drop bucket. I'll show you that now. We've already done the video for this one. As you can see, new water bucket, there we go. Obviously waterproof, as you'd expect, 4.5 litre capacity. We've got these super reinforced forced straps on the side, and we've also got a 4 metre, it's actually a 4 metre nylon rope with this one, and obviously a winder to keep it on as well. That does detach as well if you didn't need it. So, I mean, that's ideal. Some of the venues, especially that I fish, you can be quite high off the water, and that obviously just makes it easier for you to get your water to mix in your ground bait and all that sort of stuff, and it makes it much safer as well. You know, it means you're not having to climb down to the water's edge, and because it's square as well, that obviously means it packs away into your luggage okay as well. So that's the first one that we've done. The second one is that. How about that for a bait brolly? Completely new design. This is the Pro bait brolly. As you can see, it's got this new bracket on the outside, so it actually attaches from the top rather than underneath. Underneath there isn't any sort of a bar, as you can see. So that attaches from the top edge, and there's your bracket, so you can adjust the height of it. You can also adjust the distance as well, so that'll fit, you know, whichever side tray that you might be using. So if you're using a narrower side tray, you can pull it in nearer, but if it's a bigger tray, then obviously you can pull it right out as well. And as you can see from the covering of it, it covers the bait tray perfectly. You could obviously have that much lower if you want, and that the angle setting there, you can set that at whichever angle you want. So you could have it much higher, or you could have it almost so that it's vertical, horizontal over the top of your side tray. So that's a lovely bit of kit, one that I didn't expect, to be honest, that one. And that looks like it's going to be ideal. And the final thing, while Craig's checking his shots, are these beauties. Look at these. Yes, they are brand spanking new. It's obviously the time that we're filming all this, these aren't released yet. We've got the XR3000, lovely compact reel. Really nice. I've had a few casts with these. I've caught a couple of small fish on them as well, and we've actually got a 3,500, so that's obviously going to fill that gap between a 3,000 and a 4,000. And whilst they are lovely compact reels, which personally that's what I love, there's one thing on here that I want to show you. I'll turn that round if the camera focuses. There we go. Braid spool, and that's exactly what it says. That is a much shallower spool. It will give us a capacity, there we go. So 0.12 diameter braid, it will take 150 meters of that. So if you're big fans of the braid that we produce, that I use for everything, which is a submerge, that tells you exactly how much you can get on there according to the diameter that you're going to get on there, which is a fantastic feature, because it means you don't have to mess about with backing, and you don't have to second guess. That is one spool that was put on there this morning without any backing, and you can see it's perfect right up to the lip, and that's actually got an up and down shot leader on there as well. So that's going to take a lot of the hassle out of loading your spools up. And then this is the deeper spool, there we go, and that's got line capacity on there, so 0.24, that will take 180 meters, and it's also got a 0.26 diameter on there capacity, which is 150 meters. It just takes a lot of the guessing out of loading your spools up, which can be a nuisance, but as you can see, they've loaded up perfectly today. That's the third and final product for today. So is that a wrap?
That's it, we're done.
Cup of tea time, I think, and it's Friday afternoon, so we're going to hit the road.